Tail of the tape for David Diaz against Manny Pacquiao, and you see the 3-year age advantage for the Filipino star. A half-inch in height, 3.5 inches in arm length, measured from the armpit to the end of the fist. They weighed in within a half pound of the 135-pound limit, and tonight David Diaz has rehydrated up to 148. Manny Pacquiao as 147, so unofficially they enter the ring as welterweights after having weighed in at the lightweight limit.
Scoring the contest are Gary Merritt, C.J. Ross, and Paul Smith. And inside the ring, working for the 33rd time in a world title bout, referee Vic Draculich. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, gentlemen, this is for the WBC lightweight title. You've received your instructions in the dressing room. Again, I want to caution, any punch below this point is going to be called low. Any punch below this point are going to be called low. That said, I want you to obey my commands, protect yourselves all times. Touch them up now. Good luck to both of you. Good luck.
Clearly in the hearts of fans who love exciting boxing, Manny Pacquiao is #1 in the world. But his last couple of performances have shown the beginnings of some possible deterioration. Is he #1 pound for pound? He'll try to make a statement here. Emmanuel Stewart, if I were David Diaz, I would enter round 1 looking to ask Manny Pacquiao one significant question. Did you train to take body punches? Are you ready to get hit in the gut?
Well, I think that's what he should do, too. But, you know, looking at Manny, to me, I'm just amazed that this guy's fighting that for his 4th different weight division championship. And look at his body. I mean, usually when a smaller guy moves up through the division, you see a lot of fat or something like Duran. He looks perfect. Looked like he was born to be a lightweight.
A spectacular athlete from beginning to this point of his career. Never once has he looked out of place in any weight class in which he's fought. The body just keeps getting better and better. And already Diaz begins to hit him in the body with the punches that are aimed at asking how well Pacquiao is trained. And already Pacquiao shows the speed advantage that makes him so special.
But I look what Pacquiao sees, the tight defense of Diaz. He was covering up and on the top, but he's trying to find a way to come up between the gloves. But took was simply with his left uppercut. See, he's just trying to right there because he's very smart. He realizes that it's not going to be that easy to hit him to the head on top at the beginning.
David Diaz is a fast lightweight, but he's a strong lightweight. He's not easy to put away in a cold breeze, and Pacquiao can't expect for anything to happen quickly here.
Pacquiao's is boxing tonight.
Terrific combinations by Pacquiao. Many of the punches being blocked, however, by Diaz's gloves.
Yeah, but Pacquiao's boxing, using his footwork, his movement, is a lot different than I've ever saw him fight before. For the first time, he's got somebody that he's faster than.
And you hear the adoration of the crowd. In reference to what he knew the crowd would be, Diaz said, in our Mexican heritage, we have a statement, pocos pero locas. In other words, we may be smaller, but we're crazy enough to make our presence felt. Uppercut by Pacquiao, mixing his punches brilliantly. Catches Diaz with a left hand. Diaz blocking ardently with his gloves, but on the defensive before he finally breaks out with another attempted body shot.
Diaz is doing a pretty good job defensive, but he can't do too much offensive simply because he's not fast enough yet. Until Pacquiao slows down, it's going to be hard for him to do anything offensive.
And a smile and a nod from David Diaz to Pacquiao as if to say, yeah, I get it. I understand why you're so great. Diaz's trainer, Jimmy Strickland, is one of the true veteran cornermen in the sport. A cut man, a chief second, a guy who'll carry the spit bucket. Strickland has said, if David could beat Manny Pacquiao, I might retire. Diaz says, no way, I'm not going to let him. And you heard Freddie Roach very pleased with the way his fighter fought round 1. CompuBox numbers, Pacquiao 19 out of 91, Diaz only 9 out of 43. Again, the uppercut with a left hand from Pacquiao. Again, a body shot from Diaz. Momentarily drives Manny back. Hand speed advantage tremendously in Pacquiao's favor.
Yeah, Pacquiao's doing a beautiful job of boxing. He's putting his combinations together, getting in and out.
Good left hand by Diaz. Caught Pacquiao right between punches. Lands a left hand on the chin again. This one a more glancing blow. Pacquiao with a big left hand lead over the top. And another uppercut.
But he has not been landing. Those punches are not landing. Diaz is catching the punches for the most part.
Doing a good job with his tight guard. David Diaz. All those punches are blocked. And those.
And there he is.
David is willing to weather the storm, looking for his few chances here and there.
Yeah, Pacquiao's throwing a lot of punches, but I haven't saw that much land, you know, and I don't know if he's going to keep up this pace, because normally he moves around, as I said, rests, and then explodes. But he's consistently boxing this fight, which is good. But I don't know if he can keep that up all throughout the whole fight.
Pacquiao trying to thrash Diaz with speed. Catches him with a right and a left there. Crowd looking for him to land something big, and Diaz didn't manage to block the right hand. Big left over the top by Pacquiao, big left over the top by Diaz. Blood coming from the right eye of David Diaz. Already Pacquiao has brought blood from Diaz. 40 seconds still to go in a wildly active round two. Straight right hand lands for Diaz. Pacquiao lands his right hook.
Jim Strickland, the manager of Diaz, normally works in most fights as a cut man, so he'll get a chance to practice on his own fight at the end of this round.
See a good one, Emmanuel?
It's a good cut man. One of the best in the business.
So Strickland will go to work on Diaz. The cut is right on the bridge of his nose.
Why ain't he jabbing? I don't know. Say you're making heartbeats up here. Line up.
Jimmy's cut up here, Jim. And the head. It's up here. I'm not gonna worry about that. There's a little bit of hair on his nose.
Hey, I'm not doing that crouch. Don't take them shit.
All right. All right, let me hit that.
Cut on the nose to do a punch.
All right. Listen, the biggest problem is you're not throwing a nice power jab, and as a result, he's landing his big left hand over the top, right? Now, you've got to step in behind a good, stiff power jab. And once you're in, you can't stand up straight or back out.
Okay.
You've got to keep your head in his chest. And you're weak.
Here we see Pacquiao do something that's very unusual. Beautiful combination. Right uppercut, then followed by right uppercut up between the gloves. That may could have possibly caused the cut on the nose.